My show is working. I'm very happy about that. My lights were not working like 20 minutes ago. I restarted my computer, the lights started working, then they stopped working. And I don't know why they're working right now. I don't know why they weren't working a little while ago. So hopefully things will keep working. And yes, my parents are awesome. They have hiked the Grand Canyon several times, and my mother did just do it solo a few weeks ago. They're pretty awesome. Sorry, I'm not sure what Doc is sorry to hear. That's about my daughter, so hopefully everything's good there. But hey, we got a bunch of people here. I'm not going to make it through all the chat tonight. I like that. It makes me happy that you guys are getting after it in the chat. So I see that Glenn is here, Tom is here, Doc is here, I am here, my parents are here, my daughter's here, Tom, Wango's here. I got a bunch of people here tonight. Thanks for coming in, everybody. We are playing Bucket of Blood, my 61st album tonight. I played this album one time before, and it was during one of the periods when my lights were broken, which made it appropriate that my lights were almost broken again tonight. So this is the first time playing it with an actual light show going on, and I'm really enjoying it, having a kick here. So I know my daughter, Renee, has been asking about this one for a while. The very last song on this album, the title is one that she came up with. So there's that. The song we just listened to is called The Echo or The Answer. And I'm just kind of looking up a couple of things here. As we know, it always takes a little while to actually get in the groove in these shows because there's just so much going on, but I love doing this. So I'm just wanting to see what I got in the way of dedications. Oh, that's right. Okay, we're in good shape here. I was just thinking maybe I should have invited the person that I dedicated the song to on this, but she's dead. So we don't got to worry about that. Computers do suck. You are absolutely right, Mom and Dad. Computers suck in so many ways. It's just brutal. So yeah, you eye to eye with you on that one. All right. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, Renee's been a busy gal. She has definitely been going for it lately, and you know that's kind of my fault because one for me, she wouldn't be around, and she wouldn't have turned into an adult. So yeah, sorry. Welcome to being a grown-up. Really sucks. I gotta say, my grown-up life is actually quite good. I play guitar for a living, so I'm very happy with life. And Sarah's amazing, so I got it pretty good. I've got some pretty good things going on. All right, well, we move forward. This, as I said, we are playing Bucket of Blood. That last song we just played was called The Echo or The Answer. This next song is called, this one, this song title was pretty intentional. I've often said that my song titles mean nothing. This one's intentional. There are a lot of like movies and films and shows and book chapter titles and songs that are called No Rest for the Wicked. I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let them rest. This next song is called Rest for the Wicked. Rest for the wicked. So, I kind of hope that Susan is listening right now. Get some water. I just got done with a lesson with Susan, of course, as I usually do on Friday evenings. And this next song is called The Long Way Home. She was watching the first time I played this album live. And when I played this song, this was an awesome compliment. And I'm not entirely clear if it came from the song or the way I was dressed or some combination. But she made the reference to heavy metal James Bond when I was playing this song. And I'm like, that is freaking cool. And it does have a bit of that kind of drive to it, like that kind of superhero, super spy kind of vibe in some of the riffage. And now I'm just realizing I haven't played this since then. So how does this... Okay. Got it. Okay, I can do this. I know how to play this song now. And the chat is going crazy over here. This is beautiful. It's not evergreen nor wet in the evergreen part of the state. Ever brown. That's excellent. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on in chat, but you guys are awesome nonetheless. Let's take the long way home, shall we? Yeah, that would make a killer album name. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure there's probably some sort of trademark surrounding the James Bond name. I think I could probably be bringing some trouble on myself for that one, which might be a good reason to actually do it. Get myself some publicity. But that would be a killer album name. And you know, James Bond is really a pretty metal character. I mean, he makes it. You know, if you think about James Bond, the guy works as a public servant. You know, he's not this high-priced individual. He's not a rich person. And put an E on the end of Bond. That's actually really good. But he still makes his lifestyle work. You know, he still gets in with the rich people. He can drink his Vesper Martini correctly with the olives and the lemon twist and the da-da-da. Confidence just threw $5 on the stage. You're killing the king. I love the endlings. Confidence and paranoia. So good. So good. That is a really fun episode of Red Dwarf. So thank you very much, Confidence. Hopefully Paranoia will make an appearance at some point during the show as well. For those who may not be aware of what we're talking about, go watch Red Dwarf. Just do it because it's worth it. It's amazing. Cool. All right. Put an E on the end of Bond. Yeah. I don't know. That might go on the list, Doc. That might just go on the list. I'll have to credit both you and Susan with that one. I don't think I've ever credited two people before on a single song. It could be a good little trick to pull. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for coming in, everyone. As always, I'm having a blast. I'm playing guitar. I got an amazing setup here. I got an awesome audience tuning in every week. So we shall see where things go. I'm not going to drop all the hints here, but I have been setting up a bunch of albums that I've never played live before, setting up light shows for them, and there is going to be some stuff coming up. It's going to call it stuff and see where that takes us. Now, I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to prep everything. Paranoia just threw $5 on the stage. Is that a urine stain on the front of your... Unfortunately... Everything after your didn't show up on, so I'm not sure what the rest of that message was. If I knew Red Dwarf well enough, I would know what the full quote was. But I'm a terrible person. I think that's been well established. I may be the worst guy on the entire West Coast of North America. There we go. It's a distinct possibility. And that may just be trousers. That makes sense. Very British. May just be because of my limited visibility. like I forgot to program the last little bit of my lights in that song. I'm actually going to take a note of that right now and go back and fix it. Because I've found that before. I've had these things where I like notice there's a section I didn't do and then I forget about it by the end of the show. All right. Congratulations, we have received 100 messages. You know, Doc is almost always the 100th chat message in our little thing here. And that's because Doc does most of the chatting, which I really appreciate. Cool. Something about guitar jokes, one-liners, so the rest of the band can, yeah, that is totally the case. It's also their one-liners so the guitar players can understand them, because we are a bunch of freaking airheads. Lead guitarist and you can negotiate with that. Oh, you know, I've got stories about the ego of musicians. It's a cliche, it's a stereotype. Man, there's an awfully strong basis in truth for the ego of the musicians. It's brutal. God's favorite chord, Jesus. There's a highway to hell, but only a stairway to heaven. Yeah, traffic numbers, that's a good one. Hey, thanks, Tom. Much appreciated. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the show. Keep it going to the chat. You guys are kicking it here. And speaking of kicking it, get a little smoke going here. Because there's something that happens in our shows some of my fans are quite fond of. And it's time for that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the G sharp minor portion of the show. You are welcome. This song is called We Have a Situation Here. We got a crossroads question here. A man asked the devil, how much does it cost to be the greatest guitar player in the world? The devil says, give me your soul. The man asks, what can I get for $1? The devil asks, greatest drummer in the world. I've never heard that one before. That's beautiful. Two guys walking down the street. One was destitute. The other was also a guitar player. Sarah's laughing in the other room at these. What do you call a guitarist who breaks up with his girlfriend? Homeless. I've got an actual audio audience today. I can hear Sarah's just totally busting up in the other room. This is great. Everyone says hello, Sarah. The crowd is cheering for you. So, as I mentioned earlier, the song that is dedicated this week is to a dead person. This was during a period where I did four in a row where I dedicated songs to my grandparents, and the basic reason for that was that I always get permission from a person to use their name before I do it. So like when I dedicated the song White Hole to Doc, I made sure he was okay with me using his name publicly, yada yada. And I just didn't feel like dealing with people, so I was like, you know what, I'll dedicate these to my grandparents because they got no say in it anymore. It serves them right for being dead. And something of note, because ladies and gentlemen, we have not yet left the G sharp minor portion of the show. The next song continues the G sharp madness in this show. However, we are going to bring it way down. This song is dedicated to my late dead grandmother Helen, my paternal grandmother. She was pretty awesome. I really lucked out on grandparents. I was really close with all my grandparents, had a very good, relationship with them as a kid and into adulthood, and then they ended up cutting that short with their deaths. But that was their decision, not mine. So we're going to slow it down. This double G sharp minor, you're damn right, kid. This one is called The Rain is Speaking to Me. Pleasant music. One thing I've said about each of the songs that I've dedicated to my grandparents is they really wouldn't get it. I think this one, my grandma Helen would be able to get behind. The rest of the songs that were written for my grandparents, they would not have gotten, particularly the one written for my grandpa Eli, which is 44 minutes, 22 seconds long. That's my 63rd album, which I've played a few times, called Permanent Cognitive Damage Disorder. No, sorry, Permanent Cognitive Damage Category. Get your own album and song titles right. All right. I saw a good... This is a good one. How does a guitar player protect his guitar from being stolen? Store it in a bass case. No one wants those. Oh my. Good stuff. What's the range of a Gibson Les Paul? Depends on how far you can throw it. Here's one for you. What is perfect pitch? That's when you throw an accordion into a dumpster and it lands on a banjo. All right. Caught on a restroom. Who caught you on your restroom break? And what did they catch you doing on your restroom break? Because I would imagine we should know what was going on in there. Restroom breaks are normally, but I don't know what Doc gets up to in his own time. So that's between him and his friends, I guess. How do you get two guitar players to play in perfect unison? Shoot one. That's just generally a good policy. Shoot the guitar player. I'm totally good with the whole don't shoot the messenger thing, but shooting the guitar player is probably in order in most cases. And Doc's bathroom trip was moist. That's great. I hope that you took care of that. But again, I don't know what you're into in your free time, so you do your thing, buddy. All right. Well, we're not going to be in G sharp minor anymore, but we're going to stay real close to it. We're hitting some C sharp minor here. We're only off by one note. Who knows? Maybe I'll throw an A sharp in here and there just to spruce things up and have a little G sharp feel to this. All right, so for anyone who might be coming in a little bit on the late side, we are playing an album called Bucket of Blood. This is my 61st album. Moved into song number 7 in C sharp minor, at approximately 138 beats per minute. This song is called Reintegrating Our Shadows. Somebody sold something. Sold your soul without a problem. Why do lead guitarists walk around the stage when they play? To get away from the sound. I've actually got a book concept about a guitar player who sells his soul to the devil, and then the devil comes back to him and offers to renegotiate the terms of the contract. And yeah, it got some pretty. I will probably never write the book. I've got like 4 books that I've got really cool ideas for. I don't know if I'll ever write them, but that one is the one I'd probably be most likely to do. It's a pretty kicking story. You sold your soul in order to be the 58,876,949th best drummer in the state. Hey, that's awesome, man. You know, really, it's a pretty astounding number, considering that there aren't 57 million people in this state. For you to be that bad, that's like Plan 9 from outer space bad. That's like mushrooms on your pizza bad. I mean, that's going for it, dude. Why was the guitar teacher arrested? I'm not going to say that one. Hey, Therese. Chicken won't be able to hang out for the entire show, overloaded with schoolwork. You're alive, just barely. Hey, just barely is, we still like you. So do hang in there. I'm glad you're able to stop in for a few minutes. Good luck on the schoolwork, kid. I call her kid. I mean, she's like in her mid-30s. I mean, still a kid to me because I'm freaking old. Stands to reason you don't have any riddles about drummers. All right. Good stuff. All right, now I've got to make an adjustment because I've done one of the mistakes that I commonly make, which is to hit the space bar when I get done instead of the enter key. And that takes me back to the beginning of the song I just played instead of stopping me where I need to be. So let's get situated. Okay, now I should be in the right place. Let's see if this, yeah. Okay, so this one, 37 on Sunday. Hey, happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday to Therese. That's awesome. Oh, this is good. What do a cup of coffee and Eric Clapton have in common? They both suck without cream. I will say I am an Eric Clapton fan, but that's still a really good joke. Here's one for you, Doc. This is pushing it for what I will say in a show, but here's one for you. What's the difference between a baby and a bag of cocaine? Eric Clapton would never drop a bag of cocaine out of a window. Oh my. Unfortunately, there's some truth behind that one. So we need to kind of talk about this next song. There was a while I was on an F minor kick. This song is in F minor. I actually really like this song. I really enjoy it, and I'm not sure if you guys are going to enjoy it, because you're going to have to make a decision about what you're about to do here. We're going to jump into some F minor and go about 142 beats a minute. It's kind of a nice upbeat piece. And F minor is a really fun position for me to play on the guitar. There's some interesting aspects of the challenge to F minor because of the open strings that are not available. I think the only open string available is the 3rd string. The other ones are all unavailable. So the thing about this song is its title. So again, you guys got to decide whether or not you're going to pay any attention to this. Do not listen to this song. If there were a live audience right now, I would say please don't clap for that. That was crap. That was not a good performance. Hopefully I'll do better on the next one. All right. What's black and blue and laying in a ditch? A guitarist who's told too many drummer jokes. Holly! Thanks for coming to the show. The thing about space, your basic space color is it's black. And the thing about a black hole, the basic color of a black hole is it's black. Ain't that just the way? No black holes for 3 million years, and then all of a sudden, 5 of them. Thank you very much for throwing $5 on the stage, Miss Holly. Oh, man. So, again, for those who are unfamiliar, one, you're a bad person. But in Red Dwarf, there's a computer named Holly who was originally a dude and ended up being a chick. He went through a bit of a change there. And then ended up being a dude later on, went through the kind of double change. But both the actors they had playing that were just fantastic. It's both a male and a female. Holly is a great character. Very fun stuff. What's the difference between a guitarist and a savings bond? Eventually, a savings bond will mature and make money. Oh, so good. These are good ones, Doc. These are good. Whoever, I think Doc put them all up. Anyone else, whoever's putting them up, nicely done. All right, so we're moving in toward the end of the show here tonight. We got 2 more songs to go. I'm going to get into a little bit of A minor action on this one. Let's see if I can actually play it this time, unlike the last song. This is called Obsidian Eyes. All right, and that cute alien girl has joined the chat. Thanks for coming in. Glad you are enjoying the show. Cool. So you're from my hometown, from my town here. I'm curious about who that is now, because I don't know very many people in this town. That's awesome, though. Thanks for tuning in. Love it. That is great. And thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. For those who may be watching and don't know, I do play every Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. I don't know what time that may or may not be in your own time zone. But we are moving in now. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you. Much appreciated. Oh, yes. Totally. I know who that is now. Hey, glad you made it. Glad you made it. That's great. So we are moving in on the end of the show. We got one more song left. This is a song that the song title, my daughter made this one up. She texted me one day. She's like, I don't know if you take song title suggestions, but I've got a couple for you. And I've used, I think, one or two of them. And this one, because of the title of it, I kind of wanted to go with a bit of a black death metal kind of feel. And I gotta say, I'm really not a black metal, death metal kind of guy. So generally my attempts at black metal type music, they're really not very black metal. But I used some of the principles that you would use to create a black metal song. So there's some black metal-ish feeling areas in this. It's a nice up pace thing, and it kind of, if I recall correctly, flops back and forth between a couple of different keys. I think it's like G minor and D minor, or it might be G minor and C minor. I don't know. It's something like that. Crichton 2X4B just threw $5 on the stage. Thank you very much, Crichton. Though I gotta say, it's a bit of a jerky middle name, but nothing you can do about that. You're a 4000 series mechanoid. Salt to the Space Corps. Thank you very much. Always appreciated. All right. So, as we're moving into the end here, one more song. Again, thank you all for coming in, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I'm having a great time, as always, because this is just a blast, sitting here playing guitar, doing shows, and not having to, leave home. So we're gonna get a little more smoke going. Play a little kind of black metal-ish. Black metal enthusiasts would not approve of this. But you know what? I really don't care if people approve of it. If you like my music, listen to my music. If you don't like my music, listen to other people's music. That's how life works. I'm the Mad Poet. Thank you for coming into the show. This song is called The Ascension of the Angel's Carcass, and I will see you on the other side. Okay. We got all kinds of people just talking crazy stuff going on here. Renee is very happy that I played her song. Awesome. Hey, I'm glad you could make it to hear the performance of it. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you to everybody for coming in. This has been a really fun show. Like I said, I've got some more things coming down the pipe. I've been prepping a lot of albums that have never been played before, including all three. I've only ever played one of my Asemic Writings concerts, and so all three of those are getting prepped. I finished the lights for Asemics 2 earlier today, and we'll start in on Asemic 3, and I've got a bunch of albums being set up for shows. So there's stuff coming down the pipe. Looks like Wingo's been pretty busy out there, doing a 12-hour live DJ. Cool. Hey, everyone tune in to Wingo. If you want to, feel free to throw your radio station up on the chat here and let people know where to tune in to listen to your show. Absolutely. Very cool. Very cool. Tutu and swim fins. That's a fine bit of attire, Mr. Doc. Love it. Yes, this is true. The octopus says yes. Everyone needs to know that. So, jolly good show. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Thank you all for coming in. If I missed your comments in chat, apologies. I love that the chat is going so fast that I can't keep up with most of it. Thanks for the new follows. Thank you for the tips. I'm the Mad Poet. You are an audience. Check out themadpoet.net. Click on Twitch or YouTube to come right back to where you are now. Click back on themadpoet.net to get right back there. To click back and just go around and around. Everything Mad Poet. I'm going to go eat some pizza. You kids have a great